Disney friends, it's Amber with Mickey Travels. Disney World has a location on their website for frequently asked questions, and there are hundreds if not thousands of questions on there that guests are asking when planning their Disney trip. So I went through and I picked out ones that I felt were most important, or ones I haven't covered on this channel yet, to kind of discuss with you. So stay tuned, let's talk about the most frequently asked questions for Walt Disney World.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
On the site, they have them split by category, and so I kind of went through and did it that way. And we'll start with theme parks and water parks. Question number 1. Where are the designated smoking areas at the parks? Disney World does have specific areas designated for smoking. If you're not in those designated areas, you are not allowed to smoke. This includes all of the rooms at the hotels. Even if you have a veranda or a patio, you're not allowed to even smoke off there. You have to go to the designated areas. This now includes vaping. How do you upgrade your ticket to an annual pass? So back when I first started being a Disney travel agent, it was relative to if you were going to spend more than 10 days a year in Walt Disney World, it was applicable to buy an annual pass. That has changed a little bit with the pricing that's been going on, but still, if you want to have more than 10 days, specifically maybe even on one package, it just makes sense to upgrade to the annual pass. And what you can do is if you have the package with the however many days of tickets, you can go to guest relations or the ticket window to upgrade your current ticket to an annual pass. And that's convenient because Disney will take out the price that you've already paid on your ticket towards the balance of the annual pass. So if you plan on spending a few weeks at Disney, keep in mind that 10 is the maximum number you can put in a package. So if you want more than 10 days of parks, maybe upgrading to the annual pass is what you should do. If you visit 2 or 3 times a year, upgrading to the annual pass is something else to consider. There are a few different types of annual passes, including just Disney World, and then they do have the double parks where you have Disneyland and Walt Disney World in the annual pass. Are maps available in advance? So a lot of people ask about getting handheld maps to start doing some of their research. Disney does not mail those out. They are available on a PDF form online, and you can get those through me. I actually provide those to all my clients in a whole digital folder that I provide to all of them. But they used to back in the day send you like customized maps. That no longer is a thing. Maybe once in a while we'll get like a promotion to where they bring those back, where they look like antique maps with your names on it and have all of the things on there, but they haven't done that in a few years. So the easiest way to get maps online are to go to the app, go to the website, look at them through there, or have the PDF version that you can print out. What is Disney World's hurricane policy? So I have dealt with 2 hurricanes that happened in the August, September, October range in the past 7 years that I've been doing this. Both times Disney has taken care of their guests with extreme care. And what they do is they do have a policy as far as if you can get your money back, cancellations, etc. If the hurricane warning is issued within 7 days of your arrival day, Disney can refund your trip. In an easier way, they can just move your dates for you. Travel agents can do the same thing. They can modify your reservation and get you new dates with no fees if it's within the 7 days. If you book flights with Disney, they will attempt to rebook those flights for you. If you book flights on your own, you're responsible for that. So just if you are going to be traveling during hurricane season, make sure you have insurance that does include the flights and not just the baggage. What are the prices for Disney World's meals? So I've got a ton of videos about meals on here. I've discussed quick service, table service, deluxe service, snacks, etc. And you can find tons of videos on those. But specifically, Disney does have categories for pricing on all of their restaurants. If you go to the Disney World site, you can click on a restaurant and it will have at the top one of their ratings. It will either be $14.99 and under, $15 to $35, and $35 to $60, and then over $60. Keep in mind that those prices are for the entrees. That's not the entire experience. Lunch and breakfast are going to be cheaper if you're trying to save some money there. Shows, however, or Cinderella's Royal Table, that is the entire cost, including gratuity. So don't forget that gratuity if you're not visiting one of those where it's included, to put that into your budget. If you're on the Disney dining plan, you still have to pay gratuity out of pocket. What kind of services does Disney provide for guests with disabilities? So Disney has what we call a DAS card. You don't have to have any proof of your disability or if you have a child with an illness. You just visit guest services, talk to them about the issue, why you can't be in lines for long extended periods of time, and they will give you the guest services pass, the disability assistance services pass. And with that, it is similar to having a fast pass. You will go to an attraction, show them the card, they will give you a designated time to return. So you'll get fast passes and, in addition, the disability assistance pass. Also with that, we need to talk about rentals that are provided. So you can rent wheelchairs and scooters through Disney. Keep in mind it's on a first come, first served basis when you get to the parks. Or you can rent them off property to have delivered to your resort. How many days of tickets can you buy? Disney, through their website, through their packages, through travel agents, are all going to be the same, unless you're an international guest. So I have noticed that a lot of people from the UK tend to have 14-day tickets because that's just part of the package that they offer overseas. But within the United States and Canada, I believe, it is 1 to 10 days on park tickets, and you can have base tickets, Park Hopper, or Park Hopper Plus. Park Hopper means more than one park per day. Base is just one park per day, but you can re-enter, and then Park Hopper Plus allows you access to the parks and the water parks within any amount of days that you have on your ticket. If you're buying a package, it has to be 2 to 10 days. You can't have a 1-day ticket on a Disney World package. What's the deal with extra magic hours? So who gets extra magic hours? Anyone who's staying at a Walt Disney Resort hotel can have access to extra magic hours. They are offered in the morning and evening to different parks throughout the week. Typically, there is a pattern. If you go on the Disney World website and click on hours, you will be able to see which day Magic Kingdom typically is, even if your park hours aren't released yet when you're looking for your upcoming trip. There's not a special ticket that is required for extra magic hours. Your magic band will be proof that you are a guest at the Disney World Resort. So within, say, early magic hours, if you go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at 8 a.m., you actually have to scan your band to get on the ride. So if you scan your band and it doesn't show that you're at the hotel, you will not be able to ride. Back in the day, we used to have wristbands that they used to put on. We had to carry around our room key. It was a little more easy to sneak around and be there. Now, one thing, you can be in the park during extra magic hours, but you will only have access to shops and restaurants. Most of the restaurants are not open during extra magic hours in the evening, but most of them are open in the morning. What is the minimum age for unaccompanied children? So this has never been brought to my attention or asked by any clients, but I just found it very interesting that Disney does not require you to be with an adult if you're a child. The age is actually 14 and above. So if you have a teenage child who is 14 or older, they can actually bring in their younger siblings into the park without an adult. Can I bring my own food into the parks? And the answer is yes. And a lot of people are shocked by this, but there are some requirements that you have to meet when bringing in your own food. Basically, they have to be non-alcoholic and not require reheating. You're not allowed to bring in a big cooler. If you're able to stick the stuff into a backpack, by all means, that's what you can bring. As you enter the park and you're going through security, just let them know that you have the food in the bag. Just be honest with them and it will all work out. Some people like to bring in sandwiches, some small breakfast snacks, etc. Those are perfectly fine to bring in. You just can't bring in a massive cooler with steaks to have at Disney. And lastly, to talk with you today, where can you find information about the parks and the water parks and the dining and the Disney Springs? So you do have a few resources here. Number one, you can obviously book with a Disney travel agent that can provide all that information to you via files, verbal conversations, or through emails, etc. So any questions you have, they're able to assist you with that. Or you can use what Disney provides, which is everything is on their website. It's very easy to navigate on their website, and it'll have all the dining locations for you to look up menus. It will have the height requirements for all of the rides. It will have the maps that we discussed earlier. It's just you have to navigate through that. Tip though, make sure you are using the website more than the app. The app tends to be more difficult to navigate and glitches often, but the website is just easier on a computer to find that. You can get on the website on your phone if that's your only means as well. I hope this helps answer some of the questions that I really haven't been able to touch base with you before, but may come up in your planning process. If you're interested in using my services and would like to work with me, please contact me. My information is below, and I would love to work with you. My services are completely free. Have a magical day, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.